Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed the long weekend and now it's time to get back to work. Our next chapter, parabolas. You looked into it a little bit last week. Today we're just going to look at terminology and how to get the basic idea of what it is. So a parabola is a curved type of shape. It's an equation that usually looks like y equals, there's an x squared on the other side. And the square is going to be the highest power that we actually see. The x squared tells us that it's a parabola. The a value connected to the x squared, so whatever number is there, if it's a positive number, our parabola is going to open up. And if it's a negative value, it's going to open down. We can graph these using a multiple number of methods, and we're going to start out with the most basic one, just a table of values. And you all know how to do this. The tricky part is choosing which x values to kind of use, and I've got my first example set up to show you how we can readjust halfway through. So my first one, I've chosen the numbers 0 through 5. I had a little mistake there. I've chosen the numbers -3 through 2, and I'm starting to plug numbers in. So I just plug each one into the equation and work it out. And as you can see, I get 2, 0, 2, 8, 18. My numbers are getting so big that 2 didn't make sense. So I changed my 2 into a -4. So again, that's going to be a little bit frustrating trying to figure out which values we're actually going to use. Let's insert a graph here and graph it. So if I plot these dots, I find that this is what my parabola looks like, and it's just a smooth curve right through all those dots. The point at the bottom, this is called the vertex. It's at the bottom because this particular one opened upwards. The reason it opens upwards is because the 2 connected to the x squared is positive. The vertex, because it opens upwards, is also known as the minimum value. All right, let's look at another example. Let's do 3x take away x squared, which could be rearranged to be a -1x squared plus 3x. So you can see right away with that -1, this one's going to open down. I've chosen some x values. I'm starting to plug in. I'm getting some y values. I'm going to insert my graph, label it as always. Don't you wish you could label graphs that quickly? And I'm going to plot my dots. This time, it's pretty clear that we don't actually have a point where the vertex is going to be. So what we do is we look at the x-axis, we find the exact middle of the 2 points on the x-axis, the leftmost one, take away the rightmost one divided by 2, or the other way around, both gives you the same, well, if you do the absolute value, both will give you the same thing. Then you just take that value, you plug it in, and you find out your y value for the vertex. As we said, this one opens down and it has a maximum. The last thing that we need to know about parabolas so far is what's called the axis of symmetry. So a parabola looks exactly the same left and right if I can find the line right through the middle. And in this case, the line right through the middle goes through the vertex at 1.5. So that would be the equation x equals 1.5. In our first example, the axis of symmetry was at -2. X equals -2. Let's go back down and let's look at some homework. Our homework just works on table of values, drawing a few parabolas, figuring out this terminology of vertex and axis of symmetry, etc. Just a few questions for you, numbers 3 through 6 and number 8. That's it. Have some fun, and I'll see you on the Zoom meeting on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. Goodbye.